What's going on, everyone? It's Ketch back again with another video on the channel, and I thought I'd try something different on this channel, and that is going to be a football sort of podcast vibe thing where I just talk about football and all the big games that have happened over this weekend. So without further ado, let's start. So I thought I would start with the Premier League game between Liverpool and Chelsea, the heavyweight clash of match day 3 at Anfield, in a packed Anfield, who after the last game against Burnley have been finally allowed back at full capacity, and it was a good game. Chelsea took the lead with a smartly worked corner from Kai Havertz, which was a very sort of looping sort of header over Alisson and into the back of the net. And then things sort of remained the same until around the 45th minute. And there was a bit of a scramble after a Liverpool corner in the box. Ended up with Reece James of Chelsea handling, or judged to be handling, the ball on the line. After a VAR check, it was overturned to a Liverpool penalty, and Reece James received a red card. Now, I've seen a lot of controversy regarding this. A lot of Chelsea fans saying, "Oh, it wasn't a red card," or this, that, and whatever. But the rules clearly state if you deny a clear goal scoring opportunity with your hand in the penalty box, that is a red card offence. And sorry, Chelsea fans, he deserved it. Reece James deserved to be sent off. In the second half, I personally thought Liverpool were going to run away with it, but Chelsea put in a very good rearguard defensive action with the likes of Thiago Silva and Edouard Mendy, particularly saving a couple shots from Jota and Salah and even Van Dijk. As a Liverpool fan, I was mostly impressed with Harvey Elliott's performance. The youngster is continuing to impress week in, week out. I think it'll only be a matter of time before he solidifies that starting spot. Well, the good news is the rotation policy in the Liverpool midfield means that there's always a lot of options. I just wish we had a plan B against what I would term park the bus merchants like Chelsea and Burnley, who just sit back and defend in numbers. I don't think it's a particularly good way of playing, but you know, each to their own. They all have their own opinions. Anyway, moving on over to Manchester United, who have recently re-signed Cristiano Ronaldo from Juventus. Now, when I first heard about the rumours of these, I thought it was a bit silly. To be perfectly honest, I thought he was going to go to Man City, which would sort of make sense. City spending a large amount of cash on a guy in his late 30s didn't really make a lot of sense financially to me, but in a footballing sense, I can see why City would do it. But now the fact that he's done a 180 and gone back to United has me going, okay, that doesn't seem to be like the United sort of way. They seem to, sort of like to build for the future, the likes of Greenwood, Rashford, McTominay, to name a few. I'm not sure this is a good move for United, but I guess only time will tell. I feel like he'll give him a good season or two, but it's only a matter of time before one serious injury curtails his entire career. He certainly is at the back end of his career, and he's been a fantastic player for Real Madrid, Juventus that is, Manchester United, and the like. But I think this move is probably at the end of his career, probably not the greatest move of his career. Anyway, moving over to Italy, and in particular, Juventus. They seem to be struggling in the post-Cristiano Ronaldo hangover because they managed to lose 1-0 at home to Empoli. To be honest, Juve probably won't struggle without Ronaldo. This is probably just a freak result. But if it continues, then, maybe Ronaldo left them too early. But, remains to be seen. Elsewhere, Lazio recorded a massive 6-1 win against Spezia at home. Very well done to Lazio. They could be the dark horse title contenders in the Serie A this season. Moving over to Germany, Dortmund yesterday won 3-2 in the last minute thanks to an Erling Haaland winner. That guy is going to be a massive, massive player in the future. Just a shame his agent, Mino Raiola, is a bit of an idiot who has no idea what he's doing and has no idea that he doesn't deserve that amount of money. Anyway, over to Bayern. They won 5-0 against Hertha BSC overnight, Hertha Berlin. Robert Lewandowski scored a hat-trick, and for me, the Bayern have just resumed normal service. I think they always struggle at the start, or seem to have a very slow start to each season, but by the midpoint, they've run away with the league, and I don't see that changing this year. Moving over to France, and it's all eyes on Lionel Messi's debut for Paris Saint-Germain after his record move on a free transfer to the French capital. And he's been rumoured to start tomorrow morning, Australia time, against Stade de Reims, a lower sort of French league team. I don't think PSG will have too much trouble in brushing aside Stade de Reims. It's just a matter of how many goals they'll score. I think they'll probably score 4 or 5. Seems to be the standard against these lower league French teams, or lower French league teams at least. I personally don't think anything else will happen. I don't think any surprise result. But then again, you never know. That's football. I think PSG will probably operate with Messi, Mbappe, and probably Mauro Icardi up front. I'm not sure if Neymar has been declared fit to play again. But with all the controversy surrounding Kylian Mbappe and his proposed move to Real Madrid, will that cause tension among the front line and in PSG itself? So it certainly seems to be a bit of animosity between Leonardo, the sporting director at PSG, and Mbappe. And another thing, how on earth do Real Madrid have 160 million to spend on Kylian Mbappe? I thought that they were in financial debt like the rest of La Liga. Clearly, Florentino Perez is hiding all of his failed European Super League cash in his offshore bank accounts in Panama, because that's ridiculous. How can he afford 160 million for Kylian Mbappe? I don't know. But anyway, I guess we'll wait and see. There's a couple of days left of the transfer window. I hope, personally, as a Liverpool fan, don't think we'll do too much more business, but, rivals seem to be strengthening and we're just, fiddling around. But, we have got a lot of players back, including Van Dijk, Gomez. We've added in Kanate, Hendo's back, Jota's back. And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how the rest of the season goes. But, 7 points out of 9. Good start to the season, and we go after the international break. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video very soon. Peace.